Also enter a new challenger in Parker Meadows. Parker Meadows last year opened up a lot of eyes to a lot of people in the organization because based off his numbers, like I said, I've been a big fan of him. Parker Meadows is a guy that I know our buddy Mark has said something along the lines of don't sleep on him, but I don't think anybody is. I think if Parker Meadows went out last year as a center fielder, hit with power, and shows us, I mean, he's for his size too. He's got amazing speed. He made a couple the great defensive plays last year in spring training we saw, and same thing with Erie. That's another. Add that to the fire too, because then at the same time, Chris, it almost I don't want to say it forces the Tigers to trade, but it does give the Tigers a little more depth than we previously thought.
He may be the best defensive center fielder in the organization right now. I mean, everybody was really happy with Riley Green's defense, but he has to go 100% at all times and dive everywhere to make these spectacular catches. And Parker Meadows probably doesn't have quite the instincts that Riley Green does, but he's got uh, gazelle legs and he's faster and he can run down just about anything. So there is a world where Parker Meadows settles in at center field and Riley Green settles in right or left, and that's probably a more ideal outfield setup. I mean, we saw how good Riley Green was in center. Imagine him doing that in a corner with a little less room to have to cover. I think he'd be a plus defender. So yeah, I mean that's probably the best setup. But we did see that Parker Meadows. It took him about a month to adjust from high A to double A.
Yeah, true.
He was just kind of doggy paddling there for a little bit, but then from like what is it, June on,
Yeah,
really really performed well. Like and did everything: power, speed, got on base. So yeah, I think he's somebody who would. I mean, he hasn't had a plate appearance above Double A yet. He went to the AFL. I would imagine he gets at least half a year in Toledo, but you
yeah,
never know. Like that's just one of those things where you've got a whole new, not a whole new, but an entirely, not entirely either. Whole and entirely are synonyms. You've got a new president with a new perspective, so he may be willing to just look at some of the guys in the minors and say, you know what? I know this guy's in Double A. I know this. I know Colt Keith hasn't hit in Double A yet, but you know what? He's our best third baseman. He's coming to the bigs. We may see that. I'm doubting it, but you never know. It we got a new set of eyes in there.